I've noticed a number of videos lately in which people describe their journey toward atheism. Sort of an atheist testament, if you will. I always thought it was odd, and never really understood the need or the reason to justify one's lack of belief. Recently I realized that it's not about justification as much as expression. There is the need for others to understand oneself, a way of placing yourself out in the open where others can see you for who you are. In this country the populace is overwhelmingly Christian, and to be different in any way tends to create a feeling of isolation. For those of different skin colors, one cannot hide their differences. However, to be an atheist, it is not difficult to hide one's lack of belief. Doing so, however, is hard. Nothing feels right when you live a lie. So here is my testament, my pathway to atheism, not only my loss of belief, but my abandonment of faith. This will likely be done as a number of videos which I will gather in a playlist. For this first video I wish to start with what I believed. I was raised in a Christian household. My parents weren't strict, though. We didn't attend church regularly, or even at all really. I have been to church, I went with my neighbors, when I was young, and I've visited a few churches since, even on my own, though admittedly at the urge of my girlfriends at the time. I hadn't read the Bible. My greatest experience with it was at church or Sunday school, and on the rare occasion that my father would pull it out. I remember one Easter Sunday in which my father felt it important that we understand what Easter was all about, not that playing hide and seek with eggs isn't good enough reason to get out of school. He pulled out his Bible and read to us some passages about Jesus' death and resurrection. I had always gone through life simply accepting that there was a God, that he had given his Son to forgive us our sins, and that in death we would go to heaven. That's what everyone else said, that's what my parents said, that's what the priest said, that's even what the teachers said at school. Speaking of school, I was an okay student. I learned well enough at least. My homework never seemed to get done, but I understood the material enough that I aced all my tests. Science taught us about the natural world, that the Earth was billions of years old, that dinosaurs once ruled the Earth, and that the globe was heating up due to our liberal use of fossil fuels. I never had trouble reconciling the facts of our world with what the Bible had to say as far as I understood it. Genesis 1 says God said, "Let there be light." The Big Bang Theory describes to us how our universe started in a great explosion. I always felt that, if God created the world, he must have created it out of himself, and in that way, I believed that science, and studying the natural world, was learning about God himself. The claims that he was all-present and all-knowing made sense to me, cause he was the world itself. God created the fish of the sea and the birds of the air, and we know that land life evolved from sea life, that the birds of today were the dinosaurs of yesterday. The 10 Commandments mostly made sense to me too. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, nor lie, nor dishonor thy parents. This all made sense to me. It all fit neatly together, and I never questioned it. Or at least, I didn't question it then. My next few videos will be about what caused me to question my beliefs. Stick with me. I think you'll be surprised at the source of my freedom.